everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace, and I am here, let me adjust my lights a little bit, I am here to show you the Christmas journal that I had mentioned, and I briefly showed you the front of it in one of my collage videos. So now I'm here to show you this journal. It's going to be a little bit hard to see because it's tall and narrow. So let me first let me say, if you are someone who does not like to sew in signatures, this journal is one that is, the signatures are not stitched in, so there is no sewing required. And so I'll show that to you, and if you're interested in knowing how I constructed this, I will be happy to do a video. Just leave a comment in the comment section below. So this journal is 9 5/8 by 4 1/4. And it has a used junk mail envelopes. Some junk mail envelopes are ones that come in an envelope that you open that then is a pristine, unused envelope that you were to send something back, such as your payment or whatever. That is not the ones I used. The ones I used were the envelopes that you had to open to get to the inside, that came in the mail and you had to open, and I used, all of them are security envelopes, excuse me, and they have black, the inside is black rather than the blue, which a lot of them are. These were all black inside. They're all security envelopes. Some I opened up completely, like a page. Some I closed up completely, no pocket or anything, and some I closed up enough to make a pocket. I have 20 envelopes that I used. This is a cover made with a cereal box sort of cardboard with scrapbooking paper on the front, scrapbooking paper on the inside. The spine is made with a vintage hanging file folder, and this is, you can see all the little ridges, this is the part that is meant to expand to put more things in. And the spine is 1 3/8. So let me show you the top. It is a hidden hollow back spine, and here's the back. So I have a dangle here with all of these little fun Christmassy things, and it is on a little bulldog clip that you can take off if you'd like to. So I have one side just has this ribbon on it. The other side folds down. So I did that so you can take it off. So you can take that off. I'll leave it laying up there. We have the pocket in the front right here with a few little things in it. And how I did this pocket was, this paper is scrapbooking paper, was already collaged, and so it was a natural way. I put the circles on here to highlight Christmas polka. So it was natural to go from this point to this point, and so I cut that out, or just cut a slit in it to make my pocket. And so I have this tag, these little tickets, and then this little tag that I made that all just fit right inside. And then when we go inside, this book belongs to, and you better believe it. So, oh yes, and I forgot to mention that these have the metal corners on the corners here. And so here we start with the first envelope, and there are, I think I told you there are 20 envelopes in here. There is no sewing. They are all attached with tape. So this first envelope, I decided to sew it shut, and all of the envelopes I used had a window. They were all window envelopes and security envelopes. So I have something in every one of these, or you can see something through it. We have a little pocket here with a journaling card that I've stamped on the back. And then I have a little envelope here that has a little journaling card inside it. And that just tucks right in there and then in there. Then we go over, I just have a little closet here, so there's a lot of writing space. This particular one, I just put a piece of fabric on there just for interest. I didn't do that on any of the others because it takes up a lot of space and I didn't want to bulk it up too much, so I didn't do that on the others, but I just wanted to on this one. It needed something else. So I have a little collage here, a little collage here, did some stitching here, little tab here. Then we have a pocket. So this is a security envelope. This is the other side of that envelope, and I closed it shut. All of these have been coffee dyed. Made a tag out of a time card that slips right in here. Just did some collaging on this part of it. Here's another window. And I took the windows. I didn't do it on the front one. Well, yes, I did. A little bit, not much. But if the edges of the window is not completely glued shut, so I just took it and pushed back with my finger to give it this little raggedy opening here. So here I have some wrapping paper inside. This is not, this one I opened up as if it were a full page, like a page in a book. So stitched down the side here, a little collaging at the bottom here. On this side, I have this pocket, which this pocket's covering up the back side of the window because the wrapping paper, you can see a little bit of the edges of it here. Then I have this is a product. Lady Jane is a jewelry. And so I have this little product card right there, tucked into that pocket. This is wrapping paper with some numbers. This side, we have a little collaging here, more writing space. This is an envelope that I left open. It is one that came from this one. I think came from the inside of when you opened up the envelope. So I think this is the only one I used like that because it's the only one with a flap. Put a little bit of fabric here, some stitching here, and inside here I have this neat little Christmas card that looks like a vintage city building. And that is in here like this. And this is just some napkin because it shows through here with a little stamp and the ribbon here. And then over here, I have a little tuck spot with a little vintage photo with Christmas tree tuck spot. And then this is another card on this side. So those two cards are in here. I like how that looked looking through the window. Now you could have done this without windows if you had wanted to do that. That's just what I decided to do. I have a pocket here. And so you have the writing space behind the pocket. I have a tag here that's leftover cut-offs from the front and back of the journal cover. Then I have a little tag here from Santa's Workshop. I have a little tuck spot right there, and it is keeping this little booklet closed. And this little booklet is product packaging. I just use that to make a little booklet. So I just have that tucked in here. And then I have this little tuck spot is keeping that shut, just like that. And then I have a tuck spot over here with a tag, a little bit of dangling lace, and a doily. And then I have another cutoff from the cover here. And I'm leaving on some of the things I left the strings. You can cut those off if you don't like the strings flying around. I kind of like that. I didn't do it on everything, but I did do it on some. And then I have this little ticket, special delivery ticket that goes right in here. stitching along the side. I did the stitching, a lot of stitching on most of the pages. Here is another cut off envelope to make the pocket, and this is a gift bag, vintage gift bag that I used part of for here. And then I have this little journaling spot. So you've got lots of places to journal, put pictures or whatever. And then here, these two little tags here that you can also journal on. And then this is a playing card. It was not that grungy looking or distressed looking, but I wanted it to be. It was rather shiny. So I sanded it and made it look more vintagey, and that is tucked right in there. And then this Christmas was from a newspaper sort of publication. It's the kind of paper it was printed on was newsprint. And I like that there, and I like the colors, and I'll use some faux tape on this. Then we have here, approved by Santa, quality elf control. This is a scrappy pad. Just call it a scrappy pad. You can write underneath there too. In here, I have a pocket, a paper bag pocket. This is a tag that I made with my Cricut several years ago, and it's just been hanging out in my stash. So we have it right there, tucked in this little bag. Have a tab here sewn on, and then a little pocket here. This Christmas tree is for sale was an advertisement piece, or it's a home decor piece, and I just cut it out of the catalog and used it here. And then we have, this is a fabric gift bag that I cut this from, and I just attached it to a dime roller, coin roller, and that's tucked in there. And then I have just two little tickets here, green and red, that go in there. Left stitches on that, I stitched around that. Through the window, you see the back of the bag. So you see the bag through the window, and I have some stamps here. And I liked leaving this, so originally on the envelope. You see the other side of the tab that's sewn on. Here, I have, this is opened up, this envelope is opened up like a page. I have stitching. I put washi tape on the underside of this. And then this, you're seeing through the window, it will fold over. This is the washi tape that is on this part of the window, and you can kind of see through. So kind of like how that turned out. Stitched around that for interest. Washi tape here, stitched around for interest, but you can see the stamp through here. And then what you are seeing when this is open like this, or turned over like this, you're seeing this page. And this is a doily, and this is just glued in. It's very secure. It's just tipped in with glue and a decoupaged napkin, Tim Holtz tissue on the outside of that, and it was already printed on the inside. Then here we have some washi tape placed to right and wrapping paper stitched down the side. Little tuck spot here. This is an envelope, a Graphic 45 envelope. There's nothing in that. And then this is the front of a greeting card. And I like that. And then over here I have a little tuck spot with this, the rest of the doily that I used earlier, stitched. And then another vintage piece. And that tucks right in there. I tore this down. This is completely closed. I tore this down so you would see the inside of this security envelope around the edges. Over here, this is inside, and that's Tim Holtz tissue with a little collaging here, the stitching. And then we have a little more collaging on this envelope. This envelope opens up, and I have this little gift tag inside, and he is peeking through the window. I took all the windows. I think on all the windows I rolled back the edges, which is easy to do because, like I said, they're not glued down. So that is actually a pocket with that envelope. So on this side, I attached this to make this pocket, a little tuck spot, just some collaging. This is Tim Holtz tissue here, and then some other tissue from who knows where. And in here I have two vintage, I'm going to say probably the 1950s, four-fold greeting cards, Christmas cards. So there's two of them there, and they are tucked in here. Then we have more writing space here on this envelope, this part of the envelope. This is another envelope that I made into two pockets on the other side. So it is opened and then glued together to make two pockets, and it has a tab. And I like that you can see this from the other page over the top of this. So then we have a little collaging here. I have this little journaling card in this pocket. I think that is a Tim Holtz. And then in this pocket I have a shaker that is tucked right in here, peeking through the window. And then over here, so this, let's see, this envelope right here is opened all the way up to make a page. Belly band here with this card, and this card, this tag was made from a greeting card, Christmas card that I got some years ago. And then on the other side, this is opened up, so this is the envelope here. You can see how I took the flap off of it. And then over here is blessings. So I have a place for you to write 10 blessings. And that was all I could get on the page, so that's why it's 10. So I have a space for you to write those. And then a space over here for the wish list. Could be the naughty or nice list. Coal might be what's on the list if it's the naughty list. Used some washi tape here, did some stitching here. This is behind this. So this is a tissue box, the side of a tissue box. Did a little collaging up here with some of the tear-offs from the scrappy pad that I did earlier. And I love this little stamp right here. The colors from it to this, those just went together nicely, so I really like that. Then here we have another open envelope. So all of these are envelopes, some closed, some open, some opened all the way. So here's another one. This is a vintage wrapping paper, and inside I have this, and this says Christmas list. So you have a place to keep your Christmas list right here. And then we have a collaging up here and a little space to write collaging down here. This is stitched along here. This envelope is completely closed. This is vintage wrapping paper in the background with a stamp, some rubber stamping here, and I like just leaving what was on the envelope there visible. So through here, you see It's the Most Wonderful Time. Stitching down the side, a tab again, and on this side you can see I placed that stamp strategically so it would fit into this indent right here on this envelope. And then this is some Tim Holtz cards in here. Used a little faux tape, another tab on this side. Here's the belly band with a little journaling card that looks like a vintage postcard. It is just a journaling card. That is tucked right here. We have stitching down the side here. This is also from a Christmas card that I received one year. Then here I have some dangles on a thread from this wonderful little trim right here. This trim is in my shop in the embroidered trim bundle. Go take a look at that. There's several things in there. This is the only one that's really a Christmassy looking one, but the others can be used in anything as well as Christmas. It had a white edge on it that I just cut the scallops in because the embroidered part is the scalloped part. Some stitching along the side here. Then I've added a pocket here with, this is a gift tag. So that's a letter to Santa. So we have a Tim Holtz card here with a little tab at the top. and I left the strings on because I sewed the tab on. So that tucks in here, and then we have another little gift tag here that is 3D. So when I tuck it in, I'll let the gift, oops, let the gift hang over, and the gift will have to be glued on. I'm going to do that now while we're here. So again, let me just tell you that this is not stitched on. This whole journal is put together. Well, I did two. This was the second one. The first one was my prototype, and I did it with masking tape. This one I did with it's bandage tape, paper bandage tape, and it holds nicely the way I constructed it. Isn't going anywhere. No stitching required. So there we have that little tag back together. More writing space over here, and this envelope is made into 2 pockets. So I have 2 little journaling cards in here on each side. Some stitching here, and the way I did this stitching is I stitched on another piece of paper, coffee dyed paper, and I tore it along the edge, sometimes right next to the stitching, and that works great. We have a little tuck spot here. It's for scrapbooking paper for that little collage. And these are the envelopes that go with the 2 vintage Christmas cards I just showed you a few minutes ago. So I have those tucked right here. We've got stitching along here. Here I have a tag, and this envelope makes 1 small pocket, and this is closed up. And in this pocket I have this tag with Jingle Bells on it, and so it hangs out a little bit. And then we have a sticker here, and then this is a computer stationery paper with a Santa on it that's behind here, just closed up. Then over here I made a tuck spot on this side, and I have this little journaling card here. I have, this is from a greeting card here. And then this, I just liked this. I liked the shape of it. I liked the color of it. It is a bit of advertising from a magazine, and I just backed it on some card because I just liked it, and I thought it might be cute to make the perfect holiday package with this perfectly matched pair. I thought that'd be cute to put with maybe a grandbaby's picture, and they're tearing open packages or something. I just thought that might be cute. I like it tucked right in there, so we have that right in there. I'll put that one behind. This is open for a pocket, and inside this you will have junk journal ideas, a vintage postcard, and this is from 1920, and that is in here. It is a New Year's card, but it looks like Christmas. And then we just have a piece of journaling scrapbooking paper there. Those tucked in this pocket. Then this is cut from, fussy cut from a piece of invitation. It's an invitation card. And I just cut that out, and then I used crochet thread and wrapped it around this. So it would have a little bit of a festive look. Sticker here, journaling space in both of these areas. Then we have another tab here that is stitched on. This is stitched down the side, stitched around here because I stitched around this, and this envelope is completely closed. Made a little tuck spot here, and this is it can be a gift card, but it is a garment tag from Chaps, but I loved the colors and how it looked, so it can be a gift tag because it does say to from. It's meant to be a gift tag because I think it says the perfect gift. So I have that tucked right back here, and then just this peeking through with the 25 highlighted and 24 right here, and then right here is another piece of journaling place that's got 25 December on there, and I have some faux stitching on it, and that is the back of the journal. And I have my little handmade metal handmade piece here. This Good Tidings was from wrapping paper. And that is my journal. So you will find this in my Etsy shop. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to see how I constructed, and I'll show you, you can see where the tape is being used. If you'd like to see how I construct this, let me know in the comments below, and I will do a tutorial on how to put this together. I appreciate you watching. Subscribe and hit the bell so you'll get further notifications from me. And this will be in my Etsy shop. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.